My name is Jacob Michael Tita, leader of the Eastern Division of the Mustard Tigers.
We've just received word that the East has beat the West. The East has beat the West.
Loyal servant to the true Emperor, the Train.
Just tired of disrespect.
You can't tell me that they are better than us!
I don't think they have the mental fortitude to keep up with the East.
Everybody else was stacked in there, including Train.
So respect, the West can have all the respect in the world.
The West is better off whistling Dixie than showing up and getting what's coming to them.
Brand new course, neutral site. It's a damn dogfight.
The East is going to go to the West and beat the shit out of them, just like we beat the shit out of them today. And that's a guarantee.
We got some new blood in the West, right? We've been putting in some work since the Battle of Bulow. Ryan and I hit the recruiting trail.
On the West, you have myself, Chase, Cody, Jason, and Jeff. Not a bad squad.
First new addition, we were able to snag Cody Collins, the legend, Co-Bear. We added Jason, who's always been massive potential. Last, Jeff. You know, Jeff is an enigma.
We don't have the raw talent that the East has, but we do have the work ethic, and we're out there doing the field work. We're out there putting. We're doing everything we can to improve our game. The East, on the other hand, I'll say it, they're better than us. But any given day, we could beat them. We could win a championship. They don't give us much respect. And you know, that's how they kind of are, you know. Hayden and Brandon, yeah, they're the best two on the team. But make no mistake, this is the Tita's team. Jake Tita, Mike Tita, Kanan Tita. They run the show.
Train legend, Train God.
Is the Train a legend?
Yes.
Is the Pope Catholic?
My opinion? Yes.
Does a bear shit in the woods?
He definitely set the bar.
He's a first-round Mustard Tiger Hall of Famer.
The one true Emperor of the East.
The business success?
Beat cancer.
Beats COVID.
The fantasy championships?
50% of the league doesn't even have one.
I mean, absolutely, the Train's a legend. No doubt about it.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Look, Train's a legend. There's no denying it. All I'm saying is he used some tactics that were creative, maybe unethical. You know, we used to call Brandon and Hayden Kid 1 and Kid 2. We had a fantasy baseball and football league, and apparently Brandon and Hayden are some kind of fantasy baseball savants.
All they talk about is baseball.
We were very knowledgeable.
Non-stop, back and forth, all day, baseball.
So one year, Train just brings them in.
He's always very generous, very nice to us.
He took advantage of us when we were up and coming in the fantasy world.
He invited us to join this league.
He pays for all the gas up there, drives them there.
Pay for hotels, pay for food. And
we were high school kids. We couldn't afford a hotel room or food and things like that.
What's he getting out of this situation?
It was never, I'll pay for your stuff and y'all help me with this. It was never anything like that.
And we're at the draft and he's got Kid 1 on his left, Kid 2 on his right.
It becomes pretty obvious that, you know, they're whispering things to the Train. Train's whispering things to them.
I mean, we sat next to each other at drafts.
They're going over their draft strategies. They're talking about players.
It's a strange situation that's unfolding.
The whole colluding, working together thing with Train never happened.
He would sit by us and nudge us. Hey, don't bid on J.D. Martinez. Don't bid on Miguel Cabrera. He's mine.
Train has a great influence over these two kids.
We listened to him because we knew if we bid on one of his players that we're not eating that night.
Next thing you know, Train's got 5 championships.
We like to win, and we're good at it. So I think that's that.
And I think that was very alarming behavior to see the Train colluding with them to get the results that he wanted. It was very Machiavellian.
Of course, none of this really compared to what they did to Cody. Cody on the West, he used to be in our fantasy baseball league. That was until the Titas colluded to steal a championship from him.
I never did shit to Cody.
Cody was winning the league, but Train was right on his tail.
Train and Cody are in a very tight pennant race.
Me and the Train never got together to do something to take away his championship.
It becomes obvious that Jake's benching players strategically in ways that benefit the Train.
The categories that Train needed to do well in, Jake started playing certain players to tank those categories and allowed Train to pass him up, giving Train the points he needed to beat Cody.
Bench some, start some. That's fantasy.
Jake was making roster decisions that impact the pennant race in favor of his dad.
I played my team the way I saw fit.
I mean, this is outrageous. It's unheard of.
Train ended up winning the championship, and then Cody vowed never to play fantasy baseball in our league again as long as there are two Titas.
Everybody was taken aback by this, and obviously, Cody took that very personally.
Train won, Cody lost. That's it.
It was a dirty way to win.
Highly unethical way to do it, but the results are what they wanted. A Tita got a championship.
A Tita win is a Tita win.
And that's all that matters to the Titas, and it's no different here. They'll do whatever they can to win.
The collusion in the cheating to steal a championship from Cody Collins, a championship that he deserved, that type of behavior is a complete violation of the Mustard Tigers ethos. On March 27th, we have the opportunity for the Western Conference to defeat the Titas and deliver to Cody the championship that he deserved 10 years ago. I could not be more excited for that opportunity.
Jeff and the Birds.
Honestly, I'm just glad Jeff's back. For a while there, we kind of lost him. Jeff got really bad into bird watching about 6 months ago.
We thought he was joking, but turns out he was actually watching birds.
I just went to Austin not too long ago. That's where Jeff and Chase and all of them live. So I call them and I'm like, hey, meet me at the disc golf course. And they come out there. Jeff's, kind of late. But when he shows up, he's got binoculars around his neck. And some holes he'd be like, oh, I'm going to take this hole off, guys. I'll meet you on the next one. I look over and Jeff's just watching birds. I don't get it. I don't understand the appeal of bird watching. He'd hear a bird and he'd go. I just thought we lost him there for a minute, and it's just really nice to have him back. I know it's bird watching, but this is serious stuff, There's plenty of things, addictions, drug use. These things can break, friends apart. And bird watching is no different. And like I said, I'm just glad to have him back. Jason is the founder of the Mustard Tigers organization. Having him on our side it's a big deal, And technically he lives in the East. He lives in Lafayette, Louisiana. We had to make teams even. And for us, Jason was the logical choice to bring him into the West. He's West at heart. He's West at mind. So it just made sense that he would join forces with the West, become one of us, and help us take down the East. He's not a Tita. He's an original Mustard Tiger that belongs with original Mustard Tigers. All in all, I'm glad he's on the West. I'm glad he's here. He's not a bad disc golfer. He's really not. He can improve his game. He gets in his own head sometimes, but he's good. He's solid. And when you look at the rest of us, Chase is a great leader for the West. I'm a solid disc golfer. Cody's a solid disc golfer. Jason's solid. Jeff, all we need Jeff to do is beat Train. That's it. We're not asking much from him. Be better than Train. Train's almost dead. We're not asking that much out of Jeff. B train. And then it just falls on myself, Chase, Cody, and Jason. We've got to get the best of Brandon, Hayden, Jake, and Kanan. And that's possible. It's very possible.
Hey, you bunch of pencil dick, beach muscle motherfuckers. Give the train his handicap, he'll kick all y'all's asses. Bang, bang.